just a little bit smaller and it's going to fit in your journal. All week we've been talking about pets. Our story was Finding Cal, and we talked about how our pets can be our friends and how pets sometimes depend on us. Today, you don't have to pick your pet. I thought about, oh, maybe we should do something on our pets. And I thought, you know what? I think you guys would like to do something about an animal of your choice. And I also want to work on our senses because this week we learned that the dog in Finding Cal, the dog Cal, had to use his sense of what, Libby? What did that dog use? His sense of his nose, his smell. And then we learned that cats use their sense of ears, their hearing, right? So today, you are going to pick your favorite animal. It could be your pet. It doesn't have to be. But I want you to pick your favorite animal. And you are going to sound it out as best as you can up here. Okay? Don't ask Mrs. Murphy or Miss Shaw how to spell it. We want you to try to spell it and sound it out. It is okay if you can't spell every word correctly. You're only in 2nd grade. We're just learning, okay? You're not a 9th grader or a 10th grader. Then I would expect you to be able to spell all the words correctly. But you're only in 2nd grade. So Mrs. Murphy is going to sound out doll, fin. Now Mrs. Murphy already knows that fin is the F sound. But I know it makes a PH sound like in Mrs. Murphy's name. And then I hear in at the end. Doll, fin. And I know that that's an F sound because I've learned that. If you guys don't know that and you would put an F there and spell it like this.
14 minus 5.
If you spell dolphin like this, that's still okay. You tried your best, okay? Now, I want you to help me think. In my journal, what does a dolphin look like? Libby. Okay, how would you describe that? Use your sense of seeing. What would you see when you see a dolphin? Keep thinking, I'll come back to you. Ellie.
It's blue, kind of has a big spike on its back.
Okay, so it's blue. Sometimes dolphins could also be gray.
Or blue.
Baby dolphins are white.
Some are white, so I can put those in. Those color words that hopefully you have learned in 1st grade. We haven't put them in our dictionaries yet, and they're not up on our word wall yet. What else? Ellie said something there's right here. What is that, Ellie? What's that called? Louis? I think you're trying to say a fin?
Yes.
A fin. So it has a fin. What else can I put, Brooklyn?
It has like I know what they're called. They're called
Like flippers?
Flippers and a tail.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to squeeze that in there. Fin. Good job. Will you put it in the math, please?
Because I
Flippers?
swam with a
Okay.
dolphin before.
Okay, flippers, fin, and then you also said a tail. Whoa.
What are you doing?
Okay? There's more that I could add to that. You guys have to put at least two at every one. You can put more. Mrs. Murphy wants to see more. The more you put on there, the better grade you'll get because you are really thinking. But you have to put 2 in order to be done. Now, let's see how they feel. Now, some of you probably haven't felt a dolphin, but what would you think that they would feel like? Briley. Okay, I'll come back to you. Keep thinking. Corla. I was just thinking that. Smooth. There's a blend. Ooh. S-L-E-A.
Slimy.
What? Slimy.
Yeah,
It might be
I was
a
gonna
little
say that, like slimy. Because I
slimy.
actually want
Aria.
saw.
I was just thinking that too. Good job. Saw.
They all start with S.
Yes, they all start with an S. John. Are you still thinking, John? Did you forget? Okay, I'll come back to you. Who was the one that forgot earlier? Was it you, Briley? Briley?
Kind of weird.
Weird. Okay, that's kind of. It might be weird to you, but like we want to actually tell us how does it feel? What does it feel like? It might be weird, but how does it feel? Okay, let's go on to sounds. What do dolphins sound like? Charlotte, they squeal. Skunk?
They
Whistle.
Is it your first day?
Brooklyn.
I know what they talk like because I've seen one and I ride one and I swim.
So how would you describe that? That's a
I
hard
describe
one.
it.
Ride a dolphin.
I'm one of the fans. It's kind of like a baby voice. It's like squealing with like a high pitch.
High pitch. Can you put high pitch? Because it is high. It's a high. Ooh, that's not a good H.
It looks like an N. Yeah.
That was like an N. High pitch. It's definitely a high pitch. I agree. How about Addie?
A whistle.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it whistles.
Good one.
Austin
Okay. Or you put squeaks. I think last year one of my second graders did a mouse as their favorite animal, and they definitely put squeaks there. Okay, let's move on. Now, I don't think we've ever really smelt a dolphin. But if you had like maybe like a pig, would you be able to put how it smells?
Yeah.
So, some animals you might have more than, how about on smells, Mrs. Murphy's gonna only make you have one because it might be hard because some animals you can't really smell. Cause you,
A dolphin.
yeah.
I know they smell
What do you think, Libby?
seaweed.
Seaweed. They maybe smell like seaweed or like
Fish.
fish smell, right?
Like
So
their
let's put
breath.
Fish.
Fish smells like
Seaweed.
seaweed. I eat fish.
And I was thinking one more that we can put here.
don't eat fish. So did I. You go
Um,
fishing. You go fishing.
Second graders, no, that's zero, please. Eli,
Water.
I was thinking water or wet. Then, do you guys know that sometimes you can smell like wet, like if something's damp?
water.
Yeah.
It smells like rotten in here.
Yeah, like a wet dog.
My sister.
Okay, let's move on. So this one, guys, smells, you only need one. Behavior. How do they act? This is how they act.
I know lots of things.
Okay, let's get some people that I haven't called on. So if I haven't called on you, why don't you raise your hand and give me a way a dolphin would act? Wyatt, what do you think?
Wild.
Maybe they're wild. Because they are a wild animal, right? Yeah. Really don't have them as a pet. Ingrid, they could be calm.
Some. It's not good seed. That's not a good seed. What kind of seed was that? That's like the long line.
Okay.
That's a big one.
Person.
Them could swim really
They
fast.
swim.
I was gonna say that.
And they go fast. I could write fast too, but I think I'm gonna, there's one more thing besides swimming. What do you always see dolphins do?
Jumping.
Lewis.
They go nuts. Like,
Oh, that's not, that would be more wild, Lewis.
I know what to do.
Guys, what do you think?
Jump!
Yep, they like to jump out of the water.
They jump in the sky and they go back in the water.
Okay, now the last one, how do they express themselves? You guys might talk, yell, scream. You might jump. What do you think dolphins do? John, what do you think they do?
They jump.
They jump. I would agree. When they're happy, they probably are jumping.
Because they're scared.
Okay, they might be scared too. That's how they're expressing themselves. Brooklyn?
I know because I sure don't, but I know how they do it because they express themselves because they come up to you and they like try like go like on top of you. That's how when they're like happy they go like they like swim on top of you.
So they want to touch you or be near you?
And then when they want to go funny, they push it like do this, they bug you with their head.
And those dolphins are probably trained to.
Yeah. Some has friends.
The wild ones, you probably won't be able to do that, but the trained dolphins, yes. They want to be touched, maybe.
Oh, Miss Murphy, yeah, we like to touch them. Yeah,
Lewis?
strong.
They are strong. You can put that by, they feel strong, maybe. Wyatt, one last one. How do they express themselves? Just wait, Wyatt. Your friends are talking.
Mom showed me on Facebook, so it's like a walrus doing sit-ups with someone. He puts this first on his head and then does sit-up.
Was it like a real walrus doing that? Oh, okay.
Walrus doing
Mrs. Murphy's I'm gonna put in one more just because we need to get going because if we don't, we're not gonna get this done. Another way they can express themselves is they will talk or they will communicate with each other with their squealing, their high pitch, their whistles, and their squeaks. Okay, now, when you get done